Still to come, the investigators come knocking and the Pathmanathan family attempt to hide the evidence.
Yes. We need to talk to you about your benefits.
But first, we turn our attention back to the saints and those who deserve all the help they can get. As a parent, just imagine how devastating it would be to find out your child has an illness so rare there was no diagnosis, which meant little in the way of help. A challenge that Mother Jane Hughes has had to tackle head-on. Her 18-year-old daughter Amy has a rare genetic condition called Cockayne syndrome. It means that her body is ageing before its time and she's not expected to live far into adulthood. For the first 15 years of her life, Amy's rare condition was undiagnosed, leaving Jane to scrape by on basic benefits. But since finally receiving a diagnosis, all of that has changed.
Now I receive high rate disability living allowance for Amy and also mobility allowance for her, and also a disability element of working family tax credit.
So Jane now has the added financial security to leave her free to focus on giving Amy the best quality of life possible.
Amy does need constant entertaining. She wants to go out and about all the time. Why shouldn't she? So, you know, a lot of money is spent on trying to keep Amy entertained and also keep up her social side of life. If we just stayed in all the time, Amy wouldn't be the girl that she is now. So we want to make her life as good as possible and take her and do these things. But it wasn't an option for us when she was younger because the money just wasn't there.
Despite the challenges she faces in her own life, Jane also runs a charity called Amy and Friends to help other families affected by the syndrome. The charity provides just enough money to cover Jane's expenses, but for her, it's a labour of love.
Tell me about the key objectives of the charity.
I help people with support. I help people know what benefits are available, what grants are available from different organisations, and I help form filling with families.
Jane also organises an annual weekend retreat, a major event that brings together families affected by Cockayne syndrome from around the world, as well as some of the leading doctors in the field.
We have begun to test at Children's Hospital in Boston a possible medication for the treatment of Cockayne syndrome.
For the parents, it's a precious chance to learn more about the condition.
And does anybody have any questions about that?
For the kids, it's a chance to have fun and some experiences they'll remember forever.
This year's retreat is fabulous. There's so many more people and we're in a much better venue really, so we've got loads of entertainment and excitement and doctors come to see the children. It's brilliant.
One of Amy's doctors has jetted in from Boston. It's an appointment he never fails to keep.
Every year I come to the retreat that Jane organises in the UK and meet with families and try to get to know them better.
Dr. Kang isn't the only special guest. Another retreat visitor is due to land any minute. After a year apart, Amy's thrilled to be reunited with boyfriend Nick.
Oh, you got a flower?
At the retreat, Jane is doing her best to make families feel as welcome as possible.
It's a joint hug. It's a group hug.
But Jane knows from personal experience it's far more than just hugs that many of these parents need. Catherine is one of the mums on the retreat who, as a full-time carer, needed extra financial help, but the idea of going on to benefits was hard for her to accept.
When we first contacted her, it was very clear and made sure that we were, you know, receiving the benefits that we were entitled to. She was really keen to make sure that financially everything was going to be as good as it could be for us.
Another mum that's been helped by Jane is Jolene, mother of 13-year-old Cameron, who's sadly unable to talk.
You know, it's hard at his age. He should be able to say what he wants to say. and at the moment he's just using pictures. Jane has pointed him in the right direction for the communication grant, which we didn't know about. And this will enable us to buy a communication aid for Cameron, and it will enable him to communicate with other people.
It just makes everything worthwhile, doesn't it? I do this so that Amy's life isn't in vain, and just to help others, you know, not feel so isolated. And they obviously don't, do they? You know, that we're all one big group.
After a few snaps, it's off to the zoo, and it's a chance for the lovebirds to get reacquainted.
Dr. Kane wants a picture of you, so just put your arm around her this way.
I could take the back of your head instead.
Nick just keeps saying that he just loves her, he misses her, and when they're apart during the year, when they have to go back to school, then he just keeps, you know, wanting to be with her, and she wants to be with him, and they just, I think that they know they have something special together, and that it's not something that he's ever found with anyone else.
We're going this way.
Look at these lovebirds. It's proper Romeo and Juliet stuff. These two are meant to be together. And tonight, everyone at the retreat has been invited to a very special service. Jane has arranged for a blessing to take place so Nick and Amy can publicly express their love and commitment.
We are gathered here today in the sight of God and in the presence of friends and loved ones. We celebrate one of life's greatest moments. That's I was just about to say you may kiss the bride. Do you want to do that again? Are you all right? Yeah.
Nick and Amy are overjoyed to be formally united, but they'll be sticking to a long-distance relationship, paying each other visits as often as money allows. Back at home, the happy couple are packing, ready for a honeymoon trip to Dallas to stay with Nick's family. And I want a final catch-up with Jane.
Can you remember how you felt when you saw Amy and Nick, even, you know, your daughter, all of a sudden, she was in love?
It was brilliant because you never ever thought that moment would come. You know, the thoughts I've always had have been of organising a different event for Amy, not her wedding, and it just was amazing to see. It was fantastic.
Has that left you with possibly the best memories ever?
Yeah. There couldn't be a better memory than this, could there? She looks gorgeous and I'll always picture that.
You're a proud mum?
Yeah.
Just one thing remains, to wish Nick and Amy well for their future together.
Nick! Hello, mate. You alright?
Yeah.
Married? Listen, good luck to you two. You make sure you enjoy your, I suppose, your honeymoon now, isn't it? You're going there tomorrow. So you enjoy your honeymoon.
Listen, say, Nick and Amy say, bring it on.
Bring it on!
You say it.
Bring it on.
Bring it on.
Yeah, bring it on. You have a great time. I'm going to love and leave you all now. James, lovely meeting you all. And you guys, have a happy married life together.
What do you say?
Thank you.
No worries.
Thank you.
See you later, Nick. Cheerio, guys.
Bye.
Lovely meeting you all.
Bye.
Bye-bye. As you can see from that chat in there, people like Amy and her mum really are incredible people. Not only are they dealing with all their challenges head on, but they're also using their experience to help other people like them cope with this devastating condition. In my book, people like this are real saints.